Good evening. Mrs. Crane here. Today we're going to be doing lesson 6 of unit 2, and it's subtracting whole numbers and decimal numbers. I wanted to start off with a kind of a bigger, kind of a review from what we did last year, where we're going to subtract across zeros. So my whole theory is that you need to make sure that you have all of your subtractants in a row before you start subtracting. So I'm just going to look at this first one. 4,000 take away 164. Notice there's no decimals, so these are just whole numbers. I wanted to do some whole number examples first and then move into decimals, and so maybe you can see how they relate. But before I can even subtract here, I can't take anything away from this 4,000. I need to regroup this 4,000 into some numbers that I can spread around a little easier. So I'm going to break apart this 4,000 because I can't even use any of the tens. I can't use any of the tens, any of the hundreds, but I have to break up these thousands so then I can start distributing the rest over here. So I'm going to cross out this 4, and I'm going to make it 3,000. I'm going to take that 1,000 and I'm going to put it in the hundreds. Now I can cross out that 100, make it a 9. I'm going to take that 100 and I'm going to put it in the tens. And make it a 9 because now I'm going to make it 10 ones. Now I can subtract. Before I even start, I look and I make sure I can do that. So 10 take away 4 is 6. 9 take away 6 is 3. 9 take away 1 is 8, and 3 take away nothing is 3. So my answer would be 3,836. And I still have 4,000 up here. I just have broken it apart, but I still have 4,000 there. It's not anything less. Now looking over here at 3,528 take away 739, I'm going to look at it the same way. Can I take 9 from 8? If I have 8 ones, can I take away 9 ones? No, I can't. So I need to regroup the 2 tens here, leave 1 10 there, add the 10 to the 8, now I have 18. 18 take away 9 is 9. Now I'm going to say 3 tens take away, or 1 10 take away 3 tens. Well, I can't do that. So I'm going to take one of my hundreds, give it to the 10. Now I have 11 tens. Take away 3 tens is 8 tens. I can't take 7 hundreds from 4 hundreds. So I'm going to take my 3,000s. I'm going to give one of them over to the hundreds. Now I have 1,400, take away 700, which would be 700, and then I have 2. So you still have, when you add 2 plus 14 plus 11 plus 18, you still have 3,528. You just moved around the pieces. Similarly, you're going to do the same thing with your decimals. Only you really need to focus on where the decimal is. So if you have a whole number all by itself, you need to remember that that decimal point is right there to the right of it. And you can fill in with zeros because it's not changing the value of it at all. So you're going to do the same thing, only now it's going to be across the zeros. And I know that I'm going to start over here because I need to spread out this 1. So I'm going to have a 5 and then a 10. I'm going to cross out that 10 and make it a 9 and make this a 10. Now I can subtract, don't forget your decimal point, very easily. 8 and 24 hundredths take away 3 and 57 hundredths. Same thing. I can't take 7 from 4. So I'm going to regroup one of these tenths and make it 14. I'm going to break up my whole number into 10 pieces. Now 10, 11, take away 5 is 6. Bring down that decimal. 7 take away 3 is 4. Now we have our friend here, Mr. Puzzled Penguin. So I want us to focus on Mr. Puzzled Penguin right now for a second. Dear math students, I measured the depth of the snow on my iceberg, and it was 40 and 1500 centimeters deep. Last week, the snow was 36 and 8400 centimeters deep. I subtracted to find out how much it had changed, and I got a difference of 14 and 31 centimeters. That isn't what the meteorologist said. Can you help me find my mistake? Well, what are we subtracting from what? Is the first question. It says, I measured the depth of the snow on my iceberg, and it was 40 and 15 centimeters deep. Last week, the snow was 36 and 84 centimeters deep. So you're going to subtract 36 from 40 because 40 is bigger. And the subtraction is pretty simple. 5 take away 4 is 1. I can't regroup any of my tens, so my ones, so I'm going to go to my tens. So now I have 3 tenths, 3 ones, 3 and 31 hundredths. What I think Puzzled Penguin did is, if I'm looking, his answer was 1, 4, 3, 1. So what did he do? Well, he did not do this part right here. So Puzzled Penguin needs to make sure that when he's breaking apart the tens, that he makes sure that he puts those in the ones, which it looks like he just kept the 10 like this and did not make it smaller when he brought the one over to help out the 10th spot. So tonight is just subtracting. And my biggest thing for you is to, number 1, make sure you line up the decimals. And number 2, that you know when you have a whole number that the decimal point is at the end. Looking at number 7 here, if I wanted to rewrite it, because I always rewrite, I don't try to write it straight in there. 37,000, the decimal point's right there. And if I'm taking away 2 and 73 hundredths, that's the way it's going to look. I can fill in with zeros to help me out. But from here, I need to go all the way to the 7. This is going to be 6. This is going to be 9. 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 This is going to be 10. Okay, so 10 take away 3 is 7. 9 take away 7 is 2. 9 take away 2 is 7. 9, 9, 6, 3. So it should be 36,997 and 27 hundredths. So when you're getting into these really big numbers, such as number 10, first of all, look for your decimal point. Make sure you're lining them up. That's going to be your make or break. Go one place at a time. This isn't anything, earth-shatteringly new. Just make sure that you are lining up your decimals. I wanted to do one word problem with you, or problem-solving one, because I feel like we haven't gotten a real big chance to do that. So if I'm looking at this real world problem here, 1 year, the Sahara Desert received 79 hundredths inches of rain. That same year, the rainforest in Brazil received 324 inches. How much more rain fell in the rainforest that year than in the desert? So you need to set up a problem there. So we need a situation and we need a solution. So here's your situation. It said how much more rain fell in the rainforest that year than the desert. So here's the desert, 79 hundredths, plus how much it rained in the rainforest, how much more, equals 324 inches. So the way I'm going to approach that is subtracting, right? So this is my situation, how much more, and then my solution equation is going to be 324 take away 79 hundredths. So I'm looking for that decimal point. I'm going to make this happen right now because I know that I'm not going to be able to subtract across those zeros. 10 take away 9 is 1. 9 take away 7 is 2. Keep that decimal point. 3 take away 0 is 3. 2, 3. So it rained 323 and 21 hundredths inches more in the rainforest. So the big thing here tonight, guys, is just slow down, take your time. There's nothing new here. You know how to subtract across whole numbers. You just need to extend that beyond the decimal point now. You're going to do exactly the same thing. Also, don't forget to do your form, and look forward to seeing you tomorrow.